Hi and welcome to In the Front Row, all things reactions, reviews and interviews. My name's Jamie Lee and today I'll be doing a review of the Prime Video movie Shotgun Wedding. This is the type of movie that I describe as being a switch your brain off in order to watch movie because it is terrible. It is super predictable, you know what's going to happen before it actually happens. It's really overacted, over dramatic, and I know action comedies are supposed to be sort of over dramatic and unbelievable, unrealistic. I get that, but this is a terrible way of showing that. And I'm really disappointed because I thought that they had me with this joke.
Your cousin Amy asked if she could charge her vibrator.
Oh, so cousin Amy came.
She will soon.
It was really early on and I was like, yes, that is my dry, dumb sense of humor. I'm hooked. Let's go. Let's do this. But no, it was terrible. So in the movie, we have Jennifer Lopez playing Darcy, who is the bride-to-be. She doesn't want this extravagant, luxurious wedding. She just wants to elope. And then you have Josh Duhamel, who's playing Tom, who's like the groomzilla in the situation. They're on this tropical island getaway, ready to get married. They've got wedding guests there. And the wedding guest scenes were probably my favorite scenes of the whole movie, if I'm being honest. You've got Jennifer Coolidge, who plays Tom's overprotective, really over-the-top mother. Then you have Steve Coulter from She-Hulk. He plays the goofy dad role, and together they're in this perfect marriage. Then we meet Darcy's parents. Her dad is this multi-millionaire. She's daddy's little princess and he will pay for anything basically for her. He has recently separated from his wife Renata, also on the island that we get to meet, and he's now dating this younger woman who clearly wants him for his money. Then we have Lenny Kravitz show up in this movie and he plays the role of Sean, this perfect ex-fiance of Darcy's, and obviously that causes some tension between the couple-to-be. They have a massive fight before the wedding, and while they're having their little tiff in a rainforest, the wedding guests who are waiting for them at the altar get held hostage by these pirates who take them hostage for ransom money. It then becomes this try-hard, wannabe wedding themed Die Hard type of movie, and it just doesn't work for me. Okay, so firstly we have Jennifer Lopez playing daddy's little princess, and firstly that's a little bit off-putting because she's kind of the same age as daddy, and I don't mean that in an insulting way because Jennifer Lopez looks fantastic, but age-wise, there wasn't much of a gap between them. Like Josh Duhamel, even, not just using Jennifer Lopez as the example there, trying to sound harsh, but even Josh, you know, Jennifer Coolidge is supposed to be his mom, and they're kind of like, what, 5 or 10 years difference between them in life. So it's not really believable, and it's kind of off-putting to watch, if I'm being honest with you. So if they had a younger cast in there, maybe this would have been a little bit more believable. Maybe if there was chemistry, it would have been more believable. Maybe if the writing had been not as poor, it would have been believable. But anyway, we'll get there soon. But yeah, casting wise, I just felt like the cast were a little bit too old to be playing this daddy's little princess, especially when that's the role that she's supposed to be taking. And one of the lines in the movie is like, I didn't want daddy to pay for this wedding. I can pay for things myself. I can pay for my own stuff. It's like, yeah, you can, because you're like 50 in this movie. I just don't get it. And then let's move on to the writing, which I think is very weak and very lazy. And I'm sorry to be harsh with that because I probably shouldn't have too strong of an opinion because I'm not a writer, but it just seems so wasteful. You've got a massive cast, and that was the funniest part for me. Seeing those guests mingling at the start, having those funny one-liners and the comedy thrown in there, that's where that comedy came into the movie. And then whilst the bride and the groom are having the fight, these people are held hostage in the pool. They are literally in one location and they don't do anything. They just sit around, sometimes throw in a few lines like, oh, where could they be? It baffles me that these people just had nothing to do. And I thought, couldn't they have at least tried to take out a pirate? The pirates weren't threatening. They weren't very menacing. I mean, yeah, they've got guns and maybe they were pretty terrifying. In that situation, I probably wouldn't be that ballsy either. But in a movie, couldn't they try to take out one pirate or distract them or have any funny moment or something to do during those scenes? They don't. They don't have anything to do. Meanwhile, you've got the bride and the groom who've just had this massive fight, and then they go and take on these pirates in order to save their family, the hostages, and they're like learning to love each other again or realizing why they loved each other in the first place through these fights and through, you know, killing pirates. And that's literally what they do. And at first it's like, okay, yeah, they've killed a pirate. That's pretty cool. And then they keep going and it's like, Oh, okay. So these regular people who've never killed anyone before just go on this killing spree? Okay. All right, we'll go there. And then Darcy, J-Lo's character, she faints at the sight of blood. And don't get me wrong, I've been there before. I don't do needles and I don't do blood. But it's like, if you're going to roll with that, she can't be just tossing grenades around and seeing these guys' faces burn off. It's just so crazy. And then in the next scene, she's like, I can't look at blood. I can't look at blood. And we have this moment.
I'm fine. I just, I looked over there and I saw the blood and, I think I saw some brain. Was that brain stuff? And so I'm just gonna look up at the sky and so I don't pass out.
Okay, well, you know what? Maybe let's just step away from the scene.
What the hell was that? So goddamn cringy. And I like cringy. I like these rom-coms where things are cheesy and cringy and, you feel a little bit like, oh, that was so dumb. I love it. I didn't love it in this. There was no chemistry. There were no moments where you really felt like, oh, that was so cute. Cringy, but cute. Never. Everything just seemed so on cue. Everything just seemed so scripted. I mean, I know it's scripted because obviously they have to write a goddamn script, but I just mean that everything was as it was supposed to be, whether it be the acting, the music, everything was on point to make you feel or think a certain way rather than the acting or the script making you feel a certain way. Like we have Darcy getting out of that gorgeous wedding dress and getting rough or getting dirty. Not that she looked rough or dirty at all. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm getting rough or dirty, my hair goes up. I put my hair up. I'm not looking like this, hair out and let's get things tangled in blood, the one thing that she doesn't like. Oh, so much wrong with this movie. I feel like I need to hold back. All right, I'm holding back now. So anyway, she's getting out of that gorgeous, stunning looking, beautiful dress, looking like a wedding, and she's getting into another gorgeous, stunning looking dress that's got brown on it. Anyway, and she trades the heels for boots, right? And then they keep flashing back and forth to Tom's character so that we know, oh, this is going to be a big moment. When he sees her, he's really going to be like, oh, she's a babe. Oh, da-da-da-da-da. And we've got this back and forward. And then he sees her and we get this.
What?
That dress is growing on me.
Thanks. I wanted something less traditional.
Ooh, big payoff there. That was really great. What a compliment. Unreal. Like there was just no chemistry. Nothing made me feel like these two were in love. It was just totally flat. And then we have the moments that I said were really predictable and you knew what was going to happen. For example, in this scene here, we know that she's going to accidentally spray her husband in the face rather than the pirate. And sure enough, that's exactly what happens. But then she keeps spraying the pirate even though he's got sunglasses on. What are you doing? It's not effective. It's not working in the slightest. And she keeps doing it for a while. And I'm like, is this supposed to be funny? Because this is just straight dumb.
It's just dumb.
Sorry, had to throw that in there. I really like Benoit Blanc, clearly. And then we have this moment, again, another predictable moment where you know exactly what's going to come. A moment between Darcy's sister and the best man. And they sleep together, but she's the sister that is completely rude, judgmental, doesn't want anything more than a one-night stand, like just this real bitchy sort of attitude. And of course, we've seen it all before. He wants it and he's begging for her, etc., etc., etc. He ends up saying this.
I made love to a gorgeous and terrifying woman.
You think I'm terrifying?
And you know what's coming next, right? Like we know what is coming next. We know what's going to happen. We know that she's going to be thrilled with hearing that she's terrifying and she's a bitch and she's judgmental. She's going to love that. And sure enough,
You scare the shit out of me.
right on cue. There you have it. Totally predictable, totally staged. And it just feels like there's no rhythm. You can't really get into liking it at all because it just feels so forced. Everything just feels so forced, so flat. There's nothing you can really sort of latch onto to try and enjoy it a little bit. And then we have this scene, and this scene ruined everything for me. I was like, oh, I am all down for a good sing-along. Don't know what this song is. Don't know why everyone's singing right now. Totally weird. Everything just feels so totally weird and forced right now. And they sing for a little bit. And then they keep singing. And they keep singing. And we sing a lot. And I'm just like, please stop. Please stop insulting me. Like, I should turn this off right now. I'm gonna turn this off. This is it. I'm done. I'm gonna turn it off. But no, I kept watching, and I'm really, really angry that I did, because I could have wasted my time watching anything else. But hey, now you don't have to, because you know it's terrible and you know not to watch it. I feel like I'm being really negative and really nasty towards this movie, so I'm going to try and backtrack a little bit and try and give it a compliment. And the compliment that I can think of is that it looked nice. The luxurious tropical getaway, you've got the pool, you've got the rainforest, you've got the island. It all looked really pretty to watch. A good location, good setting. And I really enjoyed the action scenes. I thought the action scenes were exciting and a little bit fun, if I'm being honest, but it just didn't fit well with the comedy. You've got the comedy and then you've got the action, and none of it really blended well. You know, it just seemed really divided. You've got the people at the pool doing, well, nothing really. And then you've got the main cast who are out there fighting pirates and trying to include comedy. And there's no comedy there, because those moments are supposed to be really serious, where you're killing people and, you know, all the action's happening. And then the people that are in the pool are like, well, what do we do? Hey, let's try and crack a funny line that doesn't land, because what the hell are we doing? It's just so strange movie. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you thought about it all. If you've seen it, I'm sorry you had to sit through that like I did. I don't know why we sat through that. I literally could have watched anything else. Anything, but I didn't. I chose that. Anyway, it's done now. I've watched it, won't watch it again. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it all. If you like this video, please give it a like. And if you're not already, please subscribe to my channel, and then head on over to my Instagram and give me a follow over there as well, please. Okay, sweethearts, have a good day. Bye.